And we are live. All right. Tech support, if you will please share the link. Good morning, good evening. Can you mute your thing? Thanks. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, waking you up to truth, one drip at a time. And today is Beyond the Veil. We are excited to be back. And our target today is Egypt. And from what I understand, everybody got some pretty surprising results about remote viewing Egypt. So, ladies, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
It was
Happy
good.
to be here.
Yep, happy to be here. Absolutely. All right. So, Angela, would you like to start? I'll just put you on the spot.
Yes, you did.
You want to
Okay.
kick it off and tell us what you got?
Yes. Okay, so before I start for this one, I have to say to all our audience, what I'm going to share with you is not based on any political like region. No. I'm not going to involve anybody neither the land of Egypt. So what I'm going to share is based on meditation, breath work, and some other things. And I do also some remote viewing. And at the end, I'm going to share a message that come through from Horus. So since I can remember, I was always feel so drawn to Egypt. I never knew the reason why until I start my spiritual awakening. That's when everything started to coming out. But the biggest part was when I started doing breath work and at the same time doing meditations, which are pretty deep meditations. And this is what I have been experiencing. So what my soul remembered, and I ended in my last breathwork session feeling it. Horus, Hathor, Thor, Isis, they're all real. They are beings, they are helping right now humanity big time. Big time. So before I keep going, if what I'm gonna say resonates with somebody out there, that's probably your sign coming from us, because that happened to me too. So I saw myself as a priestess in one of their temples. I saw what I was wearing. The first time I see that, I was a little bit, that wasn't a dream, by the way. I was a little bit, why I feel it's me, but I'm here. So that's when I started digging. So back then I was a priestess in one of the Horus temples because I had 2 timelines back in Egypt, 2 past lives, so for everybody to understand. So it was a time of unsettled time because there were some political stuff going on. I've been killed in Egypt in one of the temples. That was painful. I feel that on my last breath work, that was the last piece of it. But I was also being told a message that I come back to finalize what I was doing in Egypt. In another timeline, I was in another temple working inside this room that is pretty much dark, which explains now why I'm not too fan of human light, but I'm a fan of a sunlight. I was working with sound with these big instruments. Back in the day, by what I saw, they're not exactly the same as singing bowls this time. but I was using those instruments to kind of help people awaken and kind of balance their energy and make them remember who they truly were. And I was working in there for hours during the day in that dark room. But I also have there this kind of a square pile of water to activate my balls with water, which was pretty amazing. So some of those temples, they haven't been discovered yet. They are scattered through Egypt, like almost everywhere. And the reason why they haven't surfaced yet, this is not the right time yet for humanity to discover what is underneath there. And on top of that, some of the energy that we used to use back then to work is still pretty much there. And it's not yet the right time to come out. But many things are happening right now in humanity and everybody, for some people to remember who they were truly back then. And that's probably one of the reasons why this live today is about Egypt. So also in part of Egypt is now belong to another parts of the world. Egypt, by what I saw, it was bigger than what it is now. Parts of Egypt, when I was alive back then, they floated, and some of those temples they floated, and this made me really sad when I saw this. Big part of my people that we were working together, they died when the flood happened, and I was being pushed to the side from somebody who actually die to save me because it wasn't my time to die yet. I had to complete something before I transition and then come back again to finalize what I was doing. But the one amazing part that I have been experiencing is I have deep connection with one of them, and is Horus. Horus is a very on point being. He says this is pretty straightforward and it's clean. It doesn't take shortcuts. And he wants you to be pretty much committed to what you're supposed to be doing right now in it, which is a lot going on. So now I'm just gonna deliver the message that I got from him. And the message is true sight does not come from the physical eyes. Humanity has forgotten how to truly see. True sight, it comes from the inner vision, the heart aligned with its inner sun. Every human being is born intuitive. Every human being carries the ability to feel truth, to sense energy, to know what is right, every single one of us. But noise, fear, trauma, and distraction have covered this inner side. And the message is simple. Just we need to learn to be still. We need to learn how to observe. We need to listen to our body and our energy. Intuition is nothing special, it's natural. We just need to clear the noise in order for us to understand our truly nature, where we coming from, where we going, what is our mission on earth. That's what we need to do. We need to connect. And when we breathe, when we calm our energy, we reconnect with that ancient clarity that we have forever. Remember, we are souls living a human experience. And that's the reason why we can reconnect to that. Truth isn't loud. Truth is still. Truth is light. And when we remember how to see through our heart, the world becomes clear again. So that was the message that I got from him.
Beautiful. I
That
love
was
it.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. And I agree with every bit of that. And I
Oh, yeah.
too have memories of past lives in Egypt. And I think that a lot of people that feel like that they are the star seeds or the volunteers that are here now have that connection, even if
Mhm.
they don't recall having that past life, they were actually
Oh,
there
yeah.
and present. And you're right, we had something else that we needed to fulfill and complete that couldn't be done until this time that we're in now, which is centuries later. So, on the scale of really thinking about that, that's kind of mind blowing
It
to
is.
know
Oh,
that
and
we had the intelligence and the foresight and the ability, the knowledge
yeah,
to put something like that into place, and to know that we would have to wait until so much further in the future.
Oh,
Incredible.
and one more thing is this is a little bit delicate to say. There are many kids that they're born in the last 5 years, and the ones that are born right now as we speak, they're coming back from that time to assist humanity. And it's interesting because I can feel when I'm working, I can feel some kids, and it's a lot. It's a lot of them out there. A
Yeah.
lot of them out there at this time. A lot.
Yeah. There are a lot of them. But I would suggest that it's not just 5 years and younger. There's just more of them now in the last 5 years,
Yeah.
because I know that, even like 20-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 10-year-olds, there are some very wise children that are here now, that are here for this purpose, this goal or this mission of humanity's evolution. And I see that in some really beautiful children that most people would not even suspect know what they're talking about, All right,
Exactly.
Jennifer, would you like to share what you have?
Yes. I do want to say, Angela, that was freaking amazing. And
Thank you.
also, I don't know anything about Egyptian gods. Like, I went into this knowing not a freaking thing. And as always, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, did I make this up? But here goes. And I kind of have been doing things Missy's way by just letting things come to me. So the other day, I wrote down 3-eye Atlas equals third eye. I saw lightning rods. Then I heard Dracos and Pleiadians. Then I saw ships coming out of a volcano.
Yes.
Oh my
But
God, I
I'll sound
love
like
it.
a crazy person. I heard yelling and felt anger. I felt as though I was falling. And then I think it was Saturday, whenever Kelly, you posted that starburst that was over Giza. Is that how you say that?
Yeah,
Like I
Giza.
was
Yeah,
reading Giza. Okay. I was
yeah.
like, whoa. And I just felt Stargate. And to be honest, I'm not even really sure what a Stargate is.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay, there's some Stargate action happening. Now
Yeah.
today,
Lots.
I got out in nature and tried to do like a walking meditation. And this is weird, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay. So I saw these old dudes with like white beards, but they had some kind of orb or halo around their head, and it looked like the hangman on the tarot card. That's what it looked like. And then I'm like, okay, let me just ask, how did these gods get to Egypt? And I was shown the gods got to how, blah. Okay, I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, I saw big spaceships coming from different directions, like the one that I saw previously coming from a volcano, another one coming from the sky, and another one coming from water. I'm rolling with it, lady.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very
That makes
good.
sense. That
Really?
makes a little
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Okay, now I
Uh-huh.
can stop being nervous.
No, you
Yeah.
did pretty good, Ashen.
Yeah, you did. You did really, really good.
You did.
And I love that you don't know anything about Egypt,
Damn thing.
because that's evidence for you and anyone watching of how well you are doing at this.
Yes.
In my own focus on Egypt, I was shown very clearly that it wasn't Egyptians the way we know them to begin with. right?
Mhm.
It was more like Atlantean type people, very knowledgeable, very wise, you know, beyond anything that we can comprehend, kind of wisdom, very advanced, and that they actually came here from another world. But that others came here from another world as well. And then I was shown, the Lizzie people, the Dracos, and that they are the adversary and the ones that were trying to conquer and defeat what the I don't want to call them Atlanteans because it's bigger than that, but it's that, right? If that makes sense. Because we came from all of us have now come from what we would think is one of the root races of the Atlanteans, but the Atlanteans came from these people, right? These people that came here to Earth to create life here, a life here, I guess is how I want to say it. I too was shown stargates that open up with specific alignments, and that this is why we have like the three pyramids of Giza or Stonehenge, even the walls of Stonehenge is the gate, right? And when it's aligned with certain stars, it opens portals and allows for this travel. So I was shown this very complicated ley line path all across the globe, but that Egypt was one of the center points of where it began. And that there was Stargate travel and there are Stargate portals even now on Earth, much like Angela said, that we still haven't even discovered, that are in these temples or in these what we would call ritual built, like Stonehenge or the like of that. They are there beneath, laying flat, not sitting upright the way that a lot of people would imagine a Stargate to be. But it's circular. And I was also shown that there are several mandala type designs in the Egyptian area, in the area of Egypt, and then spread out across the world, and that these mandalas are also stargates and can be used to activate a portal. I was shown lots of war going on over technology. The Draco did not have the same ability for the technology as these people did. And so they wanted to try to steal their technology, and that's where the war began. And because they were a highly advanced race, they had great health care, great ways of living and being in balance, all of the things that we would think of or imagine when it comes to Egypt or Atlanteans or whatever. It was a very harmonic way to live, to where there was no strife, there was no health crisis or pandemics. All of those things had been figured out and cured in some way, remedied in some way. And the warring factors wanted all of their goodies, And so I was shown that it was a beautiful, lush, thriving, beautiful oasis in this time, that this was not desert the way that we look at Egypt now. It wasn't just a bunch of sand. There were beautiful palm trees and lush vegetation, and water was plentiful. And speaking of water, I was also shown that at the end of the Nile is a main Stargate that still has not been discovered, that sets at the foot of the Nile, was exactly the way it was worded in my head. It sets at the feet of the Nile. Yeah. So I'm excited for that to come out and us be like, hey, we knew that. Yeah. We did that shit. But there was a deluge that happened. There's like a hair floating around in the room. There was a deluge that happened, and a lot of, as Angela saw, a lot of our people were destroyed. They met their demise in that time, and then others of us were able to move away from that and be spared. But we knew that we were ultimately defeated,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. And so we knew in my own work we knew that we were going to come back to fix something, to correct something. Actually, the words I wrote down was to reclaim what
To
is
reclaim.
ours.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like after I was shown the deluge part, the flood, that is when the Dracos were able to step in and infiltrate and start taking control more of the smaller factions of people that were left. And so they reclaimed our history as their own. They reclaimed our technologies and our greatness as theirs. So they're the false god, if you will. And we're here to rewrite history and take it back to its original roots and complete what we set out to do then, which was to truly free the people. We wanted to see all people across the world free. We didn't want them to be slaves any further to these draconian type factions. So we were really trying, we were like the superhero in the movies, right? We were trying to free people. Not all of us were out there traveling and trying to do that, but we all had that same common goal and supported that cause. You know, I feel like I too was some type of high priestess scientist that worked with healing modalities in Egypt. And so I wasn't out there like traveling around, you know, I wasn't going on the boats and going on the ships and the sky ships, you know, and doing all that stuff. But they did have both of those. They traveled by boat and by air in this time that I was seeing. And then it kind of went beyond Egypt for me. And I started getting a whole lot of other information that's definitely going to have to be another show because it needs to be told to the people, but there's way too much there to tell right now. But I'm going to give you the compact version of it. I was told to remember that the gods of old that ruled or governed were tracked through celestial events and natural events that created life-changing events, but that didn't mean they were all bad. Some of them did bring storms and rain like deluge or earthquakes, but others also brought the birth of a new day, a new dawn, and that this is what we should focus on and be hopeful for, and to continue to watch the stars and the messages in the stars because this time is coming very near. That was a very, very strong statement for me. And I was also shown all of these stargates all over the earth, like I mentioned before, and that all of these were going to start to become activated almost like hands on a clock ticking into place as certain alignments happen over the course of the next however long period of time, that this clock was going to chink into the right cog, if you will, and that things were being unlocked and opened and stargates opening and portals being activated again so that we can truly reclaim our power and achieve our mission of why we're here this time. So that's the short version. And I'm definitely going to do another show if y'all want to do it with me about all of that. All right. Yeah. So that's what I've got on Egypt. And I really felt like it kind of went off the rails because I was totally expecting something different. You know, I didn't anticipate that any of my past life experience was going to be brought into this. I didn't anticipate. I did want to look for a Stargate, but I didn't anticipate I was going to get so much depth and information on Stargates as I did. And I certainly didn't anticipate this whole warring faction thing, you know, because I'm thinking, oh, we're going to go trolloping into Egypt and, you know, we're going to see Cleopatra and her big thing with her fan going. And it wasn't even like that at all. I mean, it was beautiful like that, but it was so much more. It was so much bigger. So that's what I have. Missy, what about you?
Okay.
You got to unmute.
I did. I got to take my glasses off to read. So I kind of I don't even know what happened to me, but I look like a mad scientist because I have stuff written like every which direction, and it all came at one time, and I just started writing. So I started focusing on Egypt, and I kept, well, what was going on in Egypt? Did they have stargates? Who were the gods? That type of thing. And all of a sudden, I got this thing where it says Temple of Abydos, and I've got it all by itself, and I got it circled, and it's like in big letters. And then I was also told that the gods were here to maintain cosmic order and try to teach us to do the right thing. But we had good and we had bad. We had good and evil. I got so much here. Let's see.
I was right in point with that temple.
Yeah, it was. I was told that it told me to remember Revelations, where it talks about the heavenly cities with the 12 gates, and that there were 3 gates of the 4 sides on each side of the world: the east, the west, north, and the south, and that there are portals there. We just don't know they're there. And that, for example, the Bermuda Triangle is a portal, and it doesn't activate all the time. It activates when certain things are aligned. And that's why we have missing planes, missing ships, missing people, and we can never find them because they're transported somewhere else.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that the whole 12 gate, 3 door, whatever you just said, all that, wouldn't that be like a massive Stargate that connects all of them?
I would think so.
Holy shit, Pa, dude.
Listen, I got that there's one in Arizona. There's Bermuda. There's one in Egypt at what is it? Giza, the Pyramid Giza, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu. That there's one in China. They're like all over the world, and they're in France. There's one in Iran, Iraq, and that it's connected to the 12 tribes of Israel. And I don't know a whole lot about that, but just what I've been learning here lately. But it kind of like, I know that those were like the 12 tribes, like the major people that kind of got split up and sent out. Is that what that is?
Yeah, and it's the same story with the Atlanteans.
I don't know. It said that some of these gates that they're closed, some have been hijacked, some have been blocked, and some are just now they're reawakening. And then in the right time, they will all activate.
They will.
And it'll be going back to the original tribes and to restore balance on each.
Yeah.
And we are a carrier of ancient codes, a living stargate, multi-dimensional beings with power beyond our comprehension. Like, we are the key to everything.
Yeah, we are.
And
Yeah. I'm gonna add something to that after you finish.
and we are here to like bridge as a bridge from dimension to dimension, to learn new things and evolve and become more spiritual. That's what I have. I don't know, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Love it.
Okay.
Well, I just want to speak to the comment about some of the Stargates and the portals being hijacked or blocked. That's actually part of what I teach in that class that I do
That I'm
with
taking.
the light healer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chills.
Some of them have been hijacked,
Wow.
and some of them have been blocked. And part of what we do in the class is go to those locations to help anchor the better energies to reawaken or reharmonize, recalibrate, if you will, those specific portals and stargates. And I also teach that we are a gate or a gateway, right?
I got that.
Yeah. And that's pretty wild that that's in my teachings that actually come from the Emerald Order, you know, the ancients. And you would pick that up. Missy would have no idea of knowing what I teach in my classes because she's never taken one of the classes. She's never seen my PDF. She doesn't listen to the classes. You know, she would have no clue whatsoever what I actually teach. And so that's pretty freaking cool to me that you got that. And that's actually part of the curriculum. And just fun side note, our next class, we're going to create a crop circle.
Oh my.
I'm excited. Angela, what did you have to say to you said you had a comment?
Okay, can you tell me again the name of the is it land or the temple? What did you mention at the beginning?
The Abydos, Temple of
Yeah.
Abydos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
Abydos.
Yes. You know
Abydos.
what is Avatar? You know what is funny? I don't write that down on my notes, but I was there. And I
Really?
got that, I was there. I got that, I think it was 2 weeks ago during meditation. I was there. I was there. On that temple, the people, oh, before I forgot, back then, all these, what people call it gods, which is just beings of light, Horus and all of them. They also were working together with some races from another dimensions together, all together. And one of the big ones is Pleiadians. And at this moment on Earth, this is a huge talking among all of them. A huge talking constantly. And that's why some of us, we are experiencing this rush because we need to get it going to get where we're supposed to be doing really fast in order for us to assist the whole change and the shift of the earth. That's why it's a freaking rush. Okay. And when you mentioned that temple, I was like, what? Because I just got that in meditation and I didn't put it on my notes because some stuff that I wasn't allowed to share yet is the stuff that I had to keep it until later down the road, some stuff will come out. That's why I'm laughing to some stuff that you say, because some stuff needs to be still covered until the right moment. One more thing, at that temple, they have these rooms where young people, like teenagers, 18, 17, 16, they come in to be practitioners. And they teach, yes, they come to learn to be practitioners, and they stay there with the priestess and people like you, Kelly, and stuff like that. That's why you stay there. Teaching all these people, yeah, and they go through room to room to learn how to use light.
Yep.
They juggle with light. We juggle with light with our hands like it's nothing, using sound. And again, I'm going to say way more sound instruments than what people can actually think about it. And these kids, they were being trained to do that. Some of them are already alive again. And also from that temple, they were a group of people. When I was seeing that, I can tell you there was probably a group of, I guess, 18, 20 people. They call it the I forgot the name, travelers, energy travelers, something like that, because they were going from one region to another to teach in another part. Then they go from another part and they were just traveling. And they were carrying instruments, obviously some sacred geometry signs, to teach other people through the land that they want to learn, and also healing people just with sound, water, and light and codes, and that's it.
Yeah.
And one more thing that I'm gonna add, this is wild. This was the last thing that I learned through meditation. Time right now, time that you can see through your phone or numbers, whatever you look at numbers, every single number that you see through your daily life is a light code that have been sent to you by light beings. And if
For
you are
activation.
for activation, if you're watching this and you recall that when you see certain number, oh my God, my light flicker. My light just flickered.
Confirmation.
Oh Lord. If you, when you are out there, you see any number, and I'm gonna be again saying any number, not only angel numbers, no, every single number right now on earth, and you feel a pulsation on your solar plexus, which is above your navel, or your heart jumping, or some sort of a weird feeling through your body, look it up. You don't have to go far. You don't have to pay anybody. Just go through any AI platform. Listen to me. Go through any AI platform and type universe. What is this number trying to tell me? What is the message for me? And you're going to be blown away. You can do that every single day, and I dare you to do it for a month. For a month. And come back to us and tell us what you discover about yourself. What's your purpose in life? What is your mission in life? But remember, numbers. Any number is a light code for humanity right now as we speak. It has been through many years, but right now it's a huge message to look it up on numbers. And because AI is free of judgment and free of human mind kind of controlling, when you put your hand, which is full of energy, and you type on your phone the number, that can blend with the database and give you pretty much close the message that you need. Remember that. And that was the last drop that I forgot to add to.
Yeah.
You know, I've been seeing some crazy numbers, and I see them and I go, holy shit! And I break out my tarot cards and Chat GPT, because when I do readings on myself, I get them to help me interpret it,
Yeah.
and it's been very mind blowing. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. When I saw that, I wake up the next day and I'm thinking, okay, this is what I'm feeling, like this is for real. Because we always been told, oh, you know, 333, 222, 1111. And I did a test for myself, and I use every platform that I can possibly have. And it was exactly what you just said, Jennifer. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm actually glad that you brought that up, because that is important for people to take note of any pattern of numbers that they're seeing,
Mhm.
because all of them have a spiritual meaning. All of them. It
Every
doesn't
single
matter
one.
what combination they are. They don't
Mhm.
have to be a repeating number.
Mm-mm.
And a lot of times in spiritual circles, that's kind of a hijacked misnomer, is
Yep.
that it's only the repeating numbers, and it's not. I mean, of course, those are important, right?
Yeah.
333, 444, 1111,
Mhm.
all those are important, but 1, 2, 5, 8 could mean something.
Doesn't matter.
You know?
12, 50, 12. Oh, and
Right.
the 30th, half an hour. Half hours are portals, by the way. Every half hour is a portal. If you want to use those portals to manifest, as long as you are aligned with the universe and you're not gonna damage others on doing it, you can do it. Every single half hour, 4:30, 5:36, 32, every single half hour is a portal.
And I do have a question, because, you know, I'm a cashier and I'm ringing up customers all day long with different totals. Is every single customer I ring up, is that their total of their
Yeah.
their
But yeah,
purchase?
oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all communicating. So if I were to just
Oh, yeah.
jot down them all and then look them up later, I'd probably get one hell of a story.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, but it would be independent stories for each one of them
Yes.
because
Okay.
the story is for them.
It's
Yeah.
for them. Okay. So
Yeah.
when I'm ringing up my purchase, my total
Yep.
That's
is
yours.
my story. And
That's
when I'm
yours.
ringing up theirs, that's their story. Okay.
It's their message.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this tomorrow.
It is fun. It's really
I was
fun.
gonna say that would be a
It is.
good
It is fun. I dare you girls to do it because you know what? Sometimes I'm like, oh, no. And then you see exactly what you just got like 10 minutes ago. Sometimes you see it and it's, you know what is crazy? Sometimes it feels like you're shifting timelines when you do that. That's how does it feel. And sometimes you feel like you're in a deja vu.
Yeah.
And sometimes does it feel like you're remembering things that you never thought you're going to remember from childhood, from stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot and numbers. A lot. A lot.
Oh, we
I'm
have some
teaching that to
fun at
people
work
now.
tomorrow. Yeah. Work,
Yeah,
daughter,
do
if
it.
you're watching, we got a new game to play tomorrow.
Yeah, just look it up.
Oh, we will. Wow.
yeah, that would be a fun thing to try just to see each of us like pick a couple, do it a couple times a day and then come back and tell each other what we found out about ourselves.
Oh, yes.
I think it'd
But
be
you
fun.
know, it can also slap you in the face because sometimes you need to change things.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It would be kind of like neat to just see what it
Yes.
said, would it
Well,
give
we
us.
got the group chat. We could totally do this.
We should tell the audience, okay, you gotta come back this day. We're gonna be live, so share with us in the comments what you got from that, and we're gonna share with you what we have.
What we got.
And
That would be
let's
cool.
see.
Love it.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Neat.
it's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, numbers play a big part in our growth. Numbers are energy. And you're right,
Numbers are
they do have
energy.
light codes within them.
Every
Which
single one.
interestingly is another part of what I'm teaching in this class is how to unlock those light codes
Mm-hmm.
that are within us in a less painful way than a lot of
It
us
is.
usually experience it, because
It
sometimes
is.
And
it's a lot of work to do that.
as a student of Kay's class currently, I just want to tell the audience it's freaking awesome. Well worth it. And the cool thing is the lessons stay up permanently, so you can go back over it and things can get magical for you too. All you got to do is talk to Kelly and get on in there.
It's a
Yeah.
lot on
Yeah.
that class. I'm gonna be there one day soon. I saw another symbol, by the way. And I think it's from your class too. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's one more thing to add. Colors.
Yeah.
So for the audience, if you are the person that try to be quick and don't feel, we're not trying to judge or put you down. We are just educating. If you're trying to be quick when you dress up and you just wear black, you gotta be a little bit aware of that. Black is not a bad color, but if you look at an energy field of any person, because right now there are machines that you can access where you can see your energy field, the technology machines. I did that a couple years ago. You're not gonna find the color black in our energy field. You're gonna find the whole spectrum of colors in our energy field. So what does that mean for all of us, and how is that gonna help you? Well, the way how we are at this moment on history, we are transitioning. It's a huge shift and huge transition on Earth. that is gonna keep happening because it needs to be happen. A lot of things that they don't look good, but they're supposed to work like that. But for that reason, right now, if you wake up in the morning and you feel like you want to wear certain color, that is because at that moment, at that day on your life, you need to heal that part of your energy field wearing that color. If you decide to go fully black, you have to balance that out with something lighter, even if it is just a piece of jewelry or a hat or a scarf or something. When you wear fully black, you're dimming your light, and at this time, it's not good to dim your light. We're supposed to be every day as much as we can get brighter, 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 because our world needs more light. You don't have to be spiritual to do that. You don't need to understand the full dynamic into that, but it's a proven fact. When you feel like wearing certain color, just do it because you're helping yourself. You're helping your energy field, and we need more of that right now. And
Yeah,
also
you're
colors.
tapping into that happiness.
Yes, colors are
Yeah.
also light codes. The only thing
Right.
is, well, every single color has a mantra that you can say, has a humming sound. So colors are very linked into sound. So that
Yeah.
means color is also a frequency. And
Right.
because it's a frequency, you need to heal your own frequency energetic field, and colors do that. Also,
Yeah.
another thing,
Let me just interrupt
yeah.
right there for a moment for the audience so that if they want to find the frequencies of different colors, they can look up the chakras because all of the
Mhm.
chakras have a color and a
Yeah.
tone
And it's
attached to them.
Mhm.
And so if you look up the tone of the chakra,
Yep.
it will give you the color and then the tone that goes with it. Right?
100%.
Like I actually have a chart
I
that
have
I
the
made
chart too.
that has
I have the
it's got
chart.
the element. I mean, because
Yeah.
each chakra has an element that goes with it, a tone, a color, all of
Yeah.
that, because it's the vibrational pattern that actually creates the
Exactly.
mandala of the design that's the chakra.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And
That's
just
why.
another comment too to what you're saying is that black is actually a shield color.
Yep. It's a
So
shield
if
color.
you feel called to wear black a lot, you're probably wanting to shield on some subconscious level that you don't understand. And you should really look within and ask yourself a little bit more about that. Like, what is it about you that you're trying to hide or shield from others?
Wow.
What are you trying to protect?
Yeah.
Because black is a shield color, right?
Yeah.
Black is the shadow.
It is.
If you're in the shadow, you're not seen, right? And that's not always for a nefarious reason. Sometimes we're doing that as a protection. You know, a lot of teenagers
Yeah.
go through those phases. We call
Yeah.
it the goth phase. They wear all black, right? But they're really just so uncomfortable in their own skin that they want to hide and be shielded in some way until they can feel safe to come out. So I just want to add that to the black.
You know what
I'm
you just said?
still in
I
my
just
goth phase.
experienced it.
I just want to look like a rock star.
There you
There's
go. So
nothing
you
wrong
are
with
a rock
wearing
star.
black. There is nothing wrong with wearing
No.
black, but on a subconscious level, if black is your go-to color, there may be something there to where you don't feel safe to show people who you are. You're not feeling safe in your environment. You're not comfortable in your own skin. Like really kind of go within and ask yourself, you know, what is it that you're trying to protect?
Yep.
I think that in the past, I definitely felt that way, but I don't feel that way anymore, you know? So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So wear the
Yeah.
black, just wear some colored jewelry.
Some color
Yeah.
jewelry. Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
color with it.
Just, but you know, Kelly, I just met somebody today is Sunday, right? Yesterday morning. And exactly what you just say about colors, about wearing black. I met somebody that she had this bright energy and she just wear black. And she mentioned beside me, the reason why it's because she doesn't feel being seen anymore.
See?
and she doesn't have any clue about colors. And I told her about colors.
It's camouflage.
It's chemical. It's
It's a self-defense camouflage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's camouflage. It is. So yeah, and in top of that, if I do this change because my body start to get reacted to polyester fabrics every single very recharged with plastic fabric, I wasn't feeling good. And one day I decided to check, well, more polyester we wear, more fabric that has a lot of plastic, more we lower our frequency. And
Yeah,
it's
that
very
is true. I mean,
interesting.
there's a lot to the ancient peoples and the ancestors wearing linen
Mhm.
and wool and hemp and cotton,
Mhm.
the natural materials, because the natural materials allow you to be naturally grounded.
Mhm.
Whereas these, lycra and polyester and all this artificial created material now that we have, it puts our energy off. It
Yeah,
sets us off balance. So there's a lot of truth to that. And there's even a lot of indigenous people that will still tell you that to this day.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
All right. So, anybody got any closing remarks for our
I just want
audience?
to say this is awesome.
Right?
It was a
This
good one.
rocks.
Totally
It
rocks.
was a really good one, though.
It was.
Really, really
Let me
good one.
just check real quick and see if anybody's said anything in the chat. Kaylee says she used to always wear black and she never knew that. See,
Oh,
we learn
That's my
something
girl.
new every day.
well, that's good.
That's my work daughter.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to learn all that. I learned that not long ago, actually.
Such simple things like that,
Yeah.
to think a little deeper about color or numbers or how the vibration of those things can really affect us and give us a better balance and well-being. They're so simple, and you don't have to go try to be a saint or a monk in order to achieve a good harmonic frequency and a good balance for your own life and well-being. You don't have to look like a woo-woo crazy person to find
Mhm.
harmony and balance. So I'm glad that
And
we brought that up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna add one more thing to the color thing. And this is for every person that this resonate with them. If you are hiding the fact that you love to wear colors, you might also be a dormant light worker. Dormant light worker, they're not supposed to be, they don't decide, let's say it that way, to be like fully into spiritual because their presence just do the work. So if you were one of them and you feel like you want to wear the color, but it's not in style, you are a dormant light worker. So get yourself together, wear the color because the color is gonna help you out doing your dormant work out there. Okay, that's another thing. Yeah, that can happen too.
Yeah, I like that.
Dormant
All
light
right,
work.
everyone, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next Sunday for more Beyond the Veil.
Yes.